Get ready, guys. This is going to be a long video. First up, we have the pink cotton candy face set from Miss Glam. I have 2 sets of these and there are 6 per set. They have a really pretty pink handle, a gold ferrule with pink and blue inset stones. They're synthetic fibers that are fairly soft. I use the PG44 to apply powder and bronzer, PG05 angled blush brush, the PG42 round blush brush, PG34 blender, PG17 angled shading, PG15 eyeshadow, PG18 fluffy crease brush. I have 2 sets of the Moda Pro Studio by Royal and Langnickel 8-piece brush sets, and I got these in a boxy charm. These are so much softer than the Miss Glam brushes. I really love these brushes. This is my favorite one for bronzer. It's a nice blush brush. I like to use this one to apply contour. And here's a nice fluffy blender. I use this one to set my eyeshadow primer. This one I've used for brow powder. It's a small shader. This one's good for deepening up the crease. They have synthetic bristles and a nice textured handle. These are from Blinged Brushes. It's a 12-piece set in rose gold. This is the F1 large powder brush. The bristles are very soft. You do have to get used to having a textured handle, and these stones are glued on. So they do send you with a few extras in case any fall off, and I've only had 2 fall off. The F2 is an angled brush. It's a little bit denser bristles and it's for liquid and creams. The F3 is a contour brush. The F4 is an angled cheek brush. The F5 is a tapered brush that's very nice for highlight. The E1 is an angled blender brush. E2 is a large round buffer brush. 3 is another eyeshadow blending brush. E4 is a concealer brush. E5 is a packing brush. E6 is an angled liner and brow brush. E7 is a smudger brush. I also have the silver set from Blinged Brushes. They're exactly the same brushes. These 2 are F1s. The only difference is the color of the ferrule and the synthetic fibers. So on the rose gold it's pink with a rose gold ferrule, and on the silver it's a white tipped gray with a silver ferrule. You'll see a coating of a rose gold where it's silver on the silver set. So it really just comes down to preference on which finish you like. I think I like the rose gold set a little better, just for personal preference. But both of the sets are really nice, and Blinged Brushes had really good customer service. I had a couple of brushes arrive with some of the stones had fallen off, and so they sent me replacement brushes with a couple of extra stones to glue on. And there's the last 3. They're very pretty. These are some of my Ulta Beauty brand brushes. This is a foundation brush, angled foundation brush. This is a buffing brush, a highlighting brush. Next we have the Enchanted Princess brush book from Miss Glam. The book contains 25 brushes. These brushes have a really cute castle and princess design with a gold ferrule with pink and purple synthetic bristles. This is the UP02 Precise Powder Brush, UP06, and it is a tapered brush that I use for highlighting. UP04, which is also a tapered highlighting brush. UP05 Angled Blush Brush. UP03 Fluffy Powder Brush. UP09 Stippling Face Brush. UP01 Classic Powder Brush. UP11 Round Blusher. The UP10 Flat Powder Brush. UP12 Flat Top Foundation Brush. UP07 3D Foundation Brush. the UP30 fan highlight brush, the UP13 small fan brush, UP14 round concealer brush, the UP08 medium contour brush, UP27 small stippling face brush, the UP22 fluffy deluxe, UP19 eyeshadow brush, the UP24 eye blending brush, the UP21 flat shader, UP26 eyeliner brush, UP17 blend beauty brush, UP15 small eyeshadow brush, UP18 fluffy crease brush, UP20 angled eyeshadow brush. There are a few one-off kind of random brushes. This is the H1 highlighting brush from Kaleidos Cosmetics. The IT brushes for Ulta Airbrush Complexion Perfection. B12 from Estetica Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush. And all of these have synthetic bristles. These are my wing Goss brushes. This is from the Anniversary Set Volume 2. This is brush 1 and it is a duofiber brush for foundation application. Number 2 from the same collection, and it is used primarily for highlighter. Number 3, and it is an eyeshadow brush, and these are made of undyed goat hair. The number 4 crease brush. The number 5, it's a pencil brush. Number 6 blending brush. Number 8 small push liner. The number 15 fan brush. The number 10 cheek brush. This is the air brush, and I primarily use it to contour. It's one of his holiday brushes. I love to use this one to apply highlighter. This is the number 13 face brush, and I primarily use it to apply foundation. Number 11 buffing brush, and I love to use this one for the hourglass powders. Number 7 lip brush. This is the number 7 from the Anniversary 2 set, and it is a flat eyeshadow brush. Eyeshadow crease brush, number 17. This is the number 4 small eyeshadow brush. Number 6 eyeshadow blending brush. The number 16 large eyeshadow crease brush. I adore the Wayne Goss brushes. This is my collection of Sonia G brushes. They have beautiful lacquered finish ombre handles, a black ferrule, and this one is made of goat hair. This is a Sculpt 2. It's great for applying powder products that are difficult to pick up, and it's got nice, soft, but dense bristles. Face Pro brush. It has dyed and undyed goat hair, and I primarily use it for the application of blush. Probably my favorite blush brush. Sculpt 1, and I love to use this one to apply bronzer. Anuki Pro. It's beautiful for applying any products to add dimension to the face, including highlighter and contour. Cheek Pro, and I love this for applying the hourglass powders from the 6-pan palettes. It's the perfect size. Fan Pro brush, and it's wonderful for applying highlighter. The Detail Pro, and I love to use this one to apply powder under the eyes. The Worker one, and it's one of my favorite brushes for blending eyeshadow. If I had to pick one brush from Sonia G that is my favorite, it would be this Builder one. This is perfect to apply shimmers. It makes an amazing cut crease. The Blender Pro, Builder Pro. This is the Builder 3, and it's great if you have larger lid space. This is the Worker Pro, another great blender. Crease Pro, the Builder 2, Crease 2, Worker 3, Pencil Pro. These are the Sonia G Sky Eye Set. This is a soft shader brush. Mini Booster, which I love to use for deepening the outer V. The Flat Definer, Jumbo Blender, and the Classic Crease Brush. This is my collection of brushes from Rephr. There are a couple of different styles. You'll see this is more like the normal professional style. And then the matte finish style, I prefer this finish. P22, and I absolutely love it for all over face powder and for bronzer. Another beautiful powder brush and bronzer brush is the number 11. This is a duofiber brush, and it can be used for highlighting, but I mostly use it to stipple on foundation. The P11B. Number 20 highlighting brush. Number 4, and it is a wonderful blush brush. Number 19, and you can see that it's tapered and it's wonderful, absolutely, for contour. Number 5, and I love to use it to apply the hourglass powders. I mostly use the number 17 for the application of foundation. I love to highlight with the number 18, the P21, and this one's really nice to use with the P. Louise eye bases. Fluffy large crease brush, the number 16. Number 1 here is perfect for blending out the edges. This is my second favorite flat shader brush. It's the number 2. This number 3 to smoke out the lower lash line. The number 12 is a nice pencil brush. Precise blending brush is the number 14. Number 13 is also great for smaller eyes. Number 15 is great for crease work. These are my brushes from Tom Ford. This is the O2 foundation brush. You'll see that it has a brown handle with a gold ferrule, and it is made of a goat hair. This is my second favorite bronzer brush, and it's the 05. This is the blush brush, and I love to use this with the hourglass blushes. These are my brushes from Kevyn Aucoin. Some have natural hair like this one, and some are synthetic fibers. This is the loose powder brush, and it is wonderful. I love it. And if you see these on sale anywhere, I would recommend picking this one up in particular. Soft buff brush, and while I bought this one and I will continue to use it, it's not the softest brush, so I wouldn't really recommend it. Neo powder brush, and they recommend using it for a highlighter, but I mostly use it to apply any cheek products. This angled foundation brush is a favorite for applying foundation. This is like a huge foundation brush, and honestly, I've used this a few times and it's okay for applying the product to the skin, but as far as working it into the skin, I didn't have really good results with it. Blush brush, and it's really very nice. Contour brush, which is wonderful. I have several of these. This is a dual-ended concealer brush. This is a sensual skin enhancer brush, and I usually use this to either highlight the inner corner, and I've also used it to apply product to the lower lash line. I use this brush, the small eyeshadow and eyebrow brush, to apply brow powder. This is a nice blender for smaller eyes, and this is the small eyeshadow soft round tip brush. This is the sculpting brush. This is my collection of brushes from Marc Jacobs. This is the Mega Face and Body Brush. It was made to use with the Omega Glaze highlighters, but I like to use it for the hourglass powders. It's a pretty good bronzer brush too. This is the Face 2 brush from Marc Jacobs. I love to use this one to apply foundation. This is the Face 1 brush. I get a good amount of use out of this one to apply liquid foundation, but you'll see it does stain the bristles pretty good on this brush. This is the Marc Jacobs Seamless brush. This is the Marc Jacobs Bronze brush, and I love to use this one for bronzer. This is a Marc Jacobs Conceal brush. This is the SL Miss Glam Purple Party Pack, and I purchased these off of Ipsy. They don't have the little gems that you would usually see on her handles. This is the PP1, and I use it for all over powder application. The PP2, and I've used this one for blush. PP3, and it's a nice stippling brush. The PP4, 5, and 6. This is the Bling Bling brush set from SL Miss Glam. BB1 powder brush. The BB2 tapered highlight brush. The BB3 angled blusher. The BB4 blending brush. The BB5 eyeshadow brush. And the BB6 angled eyeshadow brush. Next, we'll take a look at some of my Artis brushes. These are all oval 10 brushes. This one is an Elite brush in the smoke finish, and this is an Elite brush in the mirror finish. This is a Fluenta brush, but they're all oval 10 brushes. These are all oval 8 brushes. For size comparison, this is the 10 and this is the 8. These are oval 7 brushes. For size comparison, we have the 10, the 8, and then the 7. These are the oval 6 brushes. This is an oval 7 for comparison to a 6. This is an Artis linear 6 next to an Artis oval 6. These are the oval 4 brushes. Is an oval 4 next to an oval 6 for size comparison. These are the oval 3 brushes. This is an oval 3 next to an oval 4 for size comparison. These are the linear 3 brushes. This is the linear 3 next to the linear 6 for size comparison. These are the linear 1 brushes. For size comparison, this is a linear 1 next to a linear 3. These are the circle 1 and the circle 1R. The main difference is that the rounded tip is found on the 1R. These are my favorite brushes from Artis. This is the palm brush and this is the mini palm for size reference. These brushes are exceptional for applying foundation. They're just really easy to hold. I like them much better than the ones with the handle. Let's take a look at the Teal Glam brush book from Miss Glam. This is a T1 classic powder brush, T9 stippling face brush, the T05 angled brush, the T4 tapered highlight, the T6 tapered blush brush, the T2 precise powder brush, the T11 full foundation brush, the T10 expert face brush. This is the T03 fluffy powder brush, the T30 fan highlight brush, T13 tapered foundation brush, the T12 flat top foundation brush, the T27 small stippling brush. This is the T08 medium contour brush, the T07 small contour brush, T14 concealer brush, T21 large fluff, T18 fluffy crease brush, T17 eye angled shading brush, T26 small angled eye brush, T19 fluffy eye shading brush, the T20 angled eye brush, the T22 fluffy deluxe, the T15 eyeshadow brush, and the T24 eye blending brush. This is one of my favorite brush sets from Miss Glam. It's the macaroon set. The M03 stippling face brush, M05 tapered highlight, M04 full foundation brush, the M01 expert face brush, the M02 curved contour brush, and the M06 fluffy crease brush. These are brushes from Linda Hallberg. Powder Puff, which is one of my favorites. 310 finishing brush, and you'll see that all her brushes are synthetic. They're very well made. This is the 306 all over brush, 305 applicator brush, 303 small blending brush, the 301 precision brush, the 300 liner brush, and the 333 angled brush. This is the Miss Glam Sweet Unicorn Mermaid book. M04 tapered highlight brush, the UM30 fan highlight brush, the UM01 classic powder brush, UM03 fluffy powder brush, M09 stippling face brush, the UM05 angled blush brush, UM02 precise powder brush, UM12 flat top foundation brush, M10 flat powder brush, the UM11 round blusher, UM07 3D foundation brush, UM05 precision highlight brush, UM08 medium contour brush, UM27 small stippling face brush, UM13 small fan brush, UM14 round concealer brush, UM17 Blinged Beauty, UM26 eyeliner brush, UM22 fluffy deluxe, UM24 eye blending brush, UM21 flat shader, UM19 eyeshadow brush, UM15 small eyeshadow brush, UM20 angled eye brush, and the UM18 fluffy crease brush. Pretty ombre brushes from Do Care that were gifted to me. They sell these brushes on Amazon. So we got a nice blush brush, precision powder, flat foundation brush, round blush brush, powder brush, flat top foundation brush, eyeliner brush, blending brush, under eye concealer, fluffy blender, angled eyeshadow brush, flat shader, eyebrow spoolie, and a liner brush. These were gifted to me. Blush brush, tapered powder brush, small fan brush, highlighter brush, blush brush, flat foundation, precision highlighter, fluffy blender, angled liner, eyebrow spoolie, concealer, small shader, eyeshadow blending brush, pencil brush. I like to use this one for eyebrow powder. I've got two of the Anastasia A23 highlighter brushes, and a Chikuhodo GSN 10 that's great for blending eyeshadow. This is the SL Miss Glam Pink Princess Brush Book. PP01 Classic Powder. PP02 Precise Powder. PP03 Fluffy Powder. P04 Tapered Highlight. PP05 Angled Blush. PP06 Tapered Blush. PP07 Small Fan Brush. PP08 Medium Contour, PP09 Stippling Face Brush, PP10 Expert Face Brush, PP11 Full Foundation Brush, PP13 3D Foundation Brush, PP14 Round Concealer Brush, the P30 Fan Highlight Brush, the P27 Small Stippling Face Brush, the P21 Large Fluff, PP19 Fluffy Eyeshadow, PP22 Fluffy Deluxe, PP20 Angled Eye Brush, PP24 Eye Blending Brush, PP26 Small Angled Eye Brush, PP18 Fluffy Crease Brush, and the PP15 Eyeshadow Brush. These are the original unicorn brushes from Unicorn Cosmetics. This is a flat top foundation brush, chisel cheeks brush, and I'm going to tell you, I really did not like these brushes very much. They're stiff. They don't clean up well. Blush brush, and you can see it's pretty stained. This is a small fan brush. This is a powder brush. I use this one here for concealer, small shader, and 2 fluffy blending brushes. And honestly, I don't recommend these brushes at all. I think that they're very poor quality. This is the Mermaid Glam brush set from SL Miss Glam. This is the M05 Stippling Face Brush, M01 Large Powder Brush, M03 Precise Angled Blusher, M04 Curved Contour, M06 Eyeshadow Deluxe, and the M02 Tapered Highlight. These are 2 brushes from the Bold Metals Real Techniques collection. This is the 300 Tapered Blush Brush and the 301 Flat Contour Brush. This is another nice set of brushes. They're made by Fix Body and they were gifted to me. Powder brush, the angled blush brush, flat top foundation brush, precision highlight, small fan, precision powder, brow brush, and the rest of these are various eye brushes. So we have a pencil brush, eyeliner, small shader, eyeshadow blending, angled eyeshadow. This one's shaped more like a pencil brush, but I use it for blending. Fluffy eyeshadow, angled liner, concealer, fluffy blender. This is the Lilac Glam brush book from SL Miss Glam. This is the L03 Fluffy Powder Brush, L27 Small Stippling Face Brush, L30 Fan Highlight Brush, the L13 Tapered Foundation Brush, L08 Medium Contour Brush, L09 Stippling Face Brush, the L12 Flat Top Foundation Brush, the L11 Full Foundation Brush, the L10 Expert Face Brush, the L2 Precise Powder Brush, the L05 Angled Blush Brush, the L04 Tapered Highlight Brush, the L06 Tapered Blush Brush, L22 Fluffy Deluxe, L21 Large Fluff, L14 Concealer Brush, L07 Small Contour Brush, L18 Fluffy Crease, L17 Eye Angled Shading, L20 Angled Eye, L19 Fluffy Eye Shading, L26 Small Angled Eye, L15 Eyeshadow, L24 Eye Blending Brush. These are brushes that I received in subscription boxes, mostly BoxyCharm. Got these brushes here from Crown Brushes, and all of these brushes have synthetic fibers. So these are black ferrule, black handle, and I like Crown brushes. I think they're pretty good quality. An angled eyeliner brush, a large shader, fluffy powder, concealer brush, angled blusher, and eyeshadow blender from Royal and Langnickel, detail brush, and a shader. These are 3 from Alamar Cosmetics, fluffy eyeshadow brush, liner brush, and a concealer brush. This brush is from Lavish, pencil brush, fluffy eyeshadow brush, a liner brush, a blender, a spoolie, and an angled liner. Brushes from Luxie, precision foundation, tapered highlighter, angled eyeshadow, and a blush brush. This is the Madison Miller brush set from SL Miss Glam, and I love these so much that I have 2 sets. This is the M01 Fluffy Powder, M02 Full Foundation, M03 Tapered Brush, M05 Concealer, and the M04 Small Angled Eye Brush. Let's go through some random face brushes next. I have this flat top kabuki brush from Duke Hair, and that was gifted to me. Luxie brushes, and they're the Pro line, and I believe that these came in a BoxyCharm. The Pro Precision Face Brush, tapered blending, flat definer, eye shading, round top blender, tapered highlighter. These brushes here that were also gifted to me, and these are from Do Care. I like to use these for masking. Got these two brushes here from Bare Minerals, which this is good for use with their powders. You see it's got a little divot in there. And the full flawless face brush. Velvet Luxe foundation brush from It Cosmetics, and I love their brushes. They're so nice and so soft. We've got one here from Ulta Beauty, and kind of their get seems to be multi-purpose, multi-use. On the inside, this little tiny brush here, concealer or flat shader brush. 140 SES from MAC. I have no idea what I would ever do with these. Possibly foundation application, but I've never used them. Has anybody got a use for these? MB33 from Morphe. I've got this shade and light brush from Kat Von D. And we've got blush and precision highlighter contour on the other side. Crown brush, large fan brush, and this Lorac foundation brush. These are from Sephora, and this is a face blender brush. A very well loved blush brush, fluffy blending, and a pro contour blender. Next we have the Coffee Latte brush book from Miss Glam. This is a CB30 fan brush, CB10 flat powder, CB12 flat top foundation, CB27 small stippling face brush, CB9 stippling face brush, CB2 precise powder, CB11 round blusher, CB3 fluffy powder, CB5 angled blush brush, CB6 for highlight, CB8 medium contour, CB4 tapered highlight, CB7 3D foundation brush, CB13 small fan brush, CB14 round concealer brush, CB15 small eyeshadow, CB22 fluffy deluxe, CB24 eye blending, CB26 eyeliner, CB18 fluffy crease, CB19 eyeshadow, CB17 blend beauty, CB20 angled eye, and the CB21 flat shader. These are my brushes from Zoeva. This is the 102 Silk Finish, the 222 All Over Shader, 105 Luxe Highlight Brush, 228 Crease Brush, the 110 Face Shape Brush, the 322 Brow Line, 223 Petite Eye Blender. This is the number 90 Grand Powder, the 104 Buffer Brush, the 101 Face Definer, the 110 Face Shape Brush, the 127 Sheer Cheek Brush, the 125 Stippling Brush, the 109 Luxe Face Paint Brush, the 126 Cheek Finish Brush, 129 Fan Brush, the 135 Face Definer, the 105 Highlight Brush, the 132 Powder Finish Brush, 114 Face Focus, the 220 Grand Shader, 231 Petite Crease, 134 Powder Fusion, 227 Soft Definer, 142 Concealer Buffer, 226 Smudger, 223 Petite Eye Blender, 234 Smoky Shader, 228 Crease Brush, 315 Liner Brush, 137 Petite Fan Brush, 233 Cream Shader, 322 Brow Line, 317 Wing Liner, and the 225 Eye Blender. Next we have the Miss Liz brush set from Miss Glam. This is the L05 Small Contour, L01 Powder Plush, L02 Expert Face, L03 Tapered Highlight, and the L04 Fan Brush. Here's a couple of unicorn handle brushes from Cala and Moda. This is a Moda crease brush. This is a contour brush from Cala, and a blush brush from Cala. These are brushes from MAC and Esom. These Esom brushes are natural hair, and this is the S33 and the W23. I really like the Esom brushes. They are great quality. This is the MAC 227, the 215, the 287, the 190, the 282 SE, the 252 SE, the 275, the 287. This is the Pink Glam brush book from Miss Glam, the P01 Classic Powder, P06 Tapered Blush, the P09 Stippling Face Brush, the P04 Tapered Highlight, P02 Precise Powder, P13 Tapered Foundation, P30 Fan Highlight, the P12 Flat Top Foundation, P05 Angled Blush, the P08 Medium Contour, P03 Fluffy Powder, the P10 Expert Face Brush, P27 Small Stippling Brush, the P11 Full Foundation, P07 Small Contour, P21 Large Fluff, P15 Eyeshadow, P14 Concealer, P26 Small Angled Eye, P24 Eye Blending, P22 Fluffy Deluxe, P18 Fluffy Crease, P20 Angled Eye, P19 Fluffy Eye Shading, and the P17 Eye Angled Shading. This is my last set of brushes from Miss Glam, and this is Unicorn Sparkle, the US01 Unicorn Contour, the US02 Unicorn Blush Brush, the US04 Unicorn HD Foundation Brush, US05 Highlight Brush, the US03 Unicorn Fan Brush, and the US06 Blinged Beauty. I had a variety of brushes here also. Fluffy powder brush and a highlighter brush from Moda. We have 3 brushes from Saucebox Cosmetics. We've got a contour brush, we have a highlight brush, and a powder brush. This is a blush brush from Urban Decay, and it used to be my favorite blush brush. I have this powder brush from a Beautylish Lucky Bag. It's It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Jumbo Powder Brush, and I love this for powder foundation. Another brush from It Cosmetics, and this is the Wand Ball Powder Brush, the Skin Perfecting Brush from It Cosmetics. I have these brushes from Luxie Beauty, and these were all from different subscription boxes. I have this powder brush from Too Faced, a few brushes from Lime Crime, eye brushes from Saucebox Cosmetics, a paddle brush, a couple of powder brushes, 2 foundation brushes I use for contour, and then a blender. Brushes from Pixie, a few more well-loved It Cosmetics eyeshadow brushes, a couple from Smashbox, and then a brow brush from Kat Von D, 1 brush from one of Wet n Wild's holiday collection, a powder brush from Sephora, a fan brush from Sephora, and an all-over powder brush from Sephora, and I love this one also for powder foundation. Brushes sold by Amazon. These were gifted to me. Foundation brush, a large fan brush, precision highlight, precision powder, contour, buffer, concealer, and a variety of eye brushes. A little something that my son wanted me to show you. It's so cute. It's a little Snorlax and a Pikachu. Anybody else like Pokemon Go? That's the end of my brush collection video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're staying safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!